Good morning. It is Monday today, and I thought I would film a little vlog for this week. To be honest, you guys, there is so much stuff that I have to catch you guys up on, so it's going to be a lot of chatting today, but I do have to go to the OB to have my pre-op before my surgery because I am getting my tubes tied next week, so today I have to go get my surgery packet and all that good stuff, so I will just bring you guys along with me when I go do that, and then I will catch up with you afterwards. And then Wednesday I've actually got to go to the dentist. It's gonna be like a packed week of things to do, so yeah, but I just thought I would let you know that's what we're doing this morning, so I will probably chat with you guys a little bit later today. Oh, and also this is the fit today. I actually thrifted this is like an Old Navy, I guess you would call it like a sweatsuit. I'm not really sure what they're called, but anyway, it's like just this cute little like two-piece set from Old Navy that I found at the thrift store. It has like no stains on it at all. It is like perfect. So I love the color, I love it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And then also I got these from Walmart. I know I said I wasn't gonna buy anything new, but these were $9 on sale, so I had to get them because I can't get the really expensive ones right now. So I was like, you know what, I'll just get these and I'll just call it a day. So yes, I did break my no spend rule once, but yeah, I am about to head to the OB now. What's up, you guys? We are back from the OB, and she did go over some details from my surgery and just talked to me about like how long the procedure was going to take and all of those things. So originally I said it was going to be around 20 minutes for the procedure. She did say that that was the case, but I will probably need to expect to be at the actual hospital from around 6:30 a.m. until noon, unfortunately. So just because of how long it takes to like get you to sleep and then also like wake you up and like, you know, like all those things. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I did find out, you know, that those details, I have to go get labs done before I get the procedure. So just like any details that you guys may need to know if you are wanting to get your tubes tied and want to know what the procedure is like if you do not have children and if you're not getting it done while you are, because a lot of the times I feel like women get their tubes tied when they have a C-section. So for those of us that do not have children, this is kind of like what you would expect going into this. So yeah, but we came back home. Nathan had a doctor's appointment this morning as well, so he actually just grabbed me some Dutch Bros sugar-free kicker coffee and also 4-count chicken minis from Chick-fil-A for breakfast. So that is what I had for breakfast, and now it is around 11:46. I am working, but I am gonna eat lunch, just the same lunch. I did want to touch on this because like at first I was kind of spiraling, but I want to mention how I have been maintaining my weight loss since being off of tirzepatide. At first, I will say it was really difficult. Sometimes some weeks are difficult. I'm still kind of like going through that thing where like the food noise is back, but I will say, you know, like I have really done well maintaining my weight so far. I'm sitting at like 160 pounds, so I'm trying to maintain like 159 to like 163 on like most days, so I think I'm doing really well with that, honestly. And I have my consultation for my tummy tuck scheduled for July 23rd, so I will be updating you guys throughout that journey, letting you guys know how that goes, how much it's going to cost me for each area, and then I'll probably go into a lot more detail on that as well, because I really have not done an like in-depth like video, I feel like, on like the procedure and like what I want to get done and like all of those things. So and like what areas and all that stuff too. So definitely gonna go into a little bit more detail about that sometime soon, so that way we can talk about it. But if you hear anything in the background, it's just my dryer going on, so sorry about that. But I have an announcement actually to talk to you guys about. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the video, but yeah, I will let you guys know soon and about that announcement very soon, and then kind of like talk about like where we go from there and all that good stuff. But I think like for the most part, the surgery for like getting my tubes tied should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully it won't be like a drooling like recovery or anything like that. She said that like there's a lot of risks with the surgery, just like with any surgery, but they obviously don't anticipate any, you know, any type of like complications or anything. So I'm just kind of like excited to get the procedure done and then stop taking birth control to see kind of like if that improves some of my like PCOS like symptoms, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the PCOS symptoms that I have I feel like is related to the type of birth control that I'm on. So I'll be interested to see how that works whenever I come off of it for good. So yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that, but I'm just gonna eat my lunch now and continue working, and I will update you guys a little bit later and talk to you guys all about the announcement. So yeah, what's up guys? It's a little bit later. I have already like done my workouts for the day and taken a walk and lifted weights and all that good stuff, but I wanted to update you guys on the news that I have, because honestly I'm still like processing myself. But so I actually had a recruiter reach out to me about a month ago about this opportunity for an ED&L audit consultant. So if you don't know what ED&L is, it means environmental and disposal liabilities. So I talked with the recruiter and kind of just let them know like I'm kind of, you know, happy in the position that I'm in right now with my company, but you know, I'd be happy to apply and, you know, just kind of like see where it goes from there. And then like he basically like asked me what's the number, you know, that it would take for me to like leave my current job to go work for this company. And so I told them, and so they actually, after I interviewed and everything, I interviewed very well. I'll be honest, I do think this position is a lot of what I currently do. My current title was financial audit analyst, and I feel like it really should have been like financial audit consultant, because a lot of what I do is in this like job description and like a lot of what they do. So, but it pays like significantly more than the job that I had before. So I am just still processing. So when they offered me the position, you know, like I was shook. And that's like a significant amount more money. So I'm just like really, really excited and happy, and just, you know, I'm really looking forward to this new opportunity with this new company. So I think that, you know, being able to make a lot more money is really going to help me out, truthfully, especially like being able to save up for a house, because we were planning on buying a house in July. And now that, you know, I was still on track saving like $1,000 a month, like I told you guys that I had been doing, but now I can save like even more than that. So that's going to be great. And yeah, I'm just still processing, but yeah, I got a new job. That's the big news basically. So I am just, you know, so I have been like super busy the last couple of weeks, just stressed and like all of that stuff, like waiting to hear back. It really did take a long time before I heard back anything. So at one point I really just thought like, okay, well maybe they decided to go in a different direction. But the recruiter actually like kept me posted throughout the process, like during each week basically, and kind of told me, you know, like I was still being considered, and I was definitely like of interest to the company and like all of those things. So yeah, that's kind of like what we have going on. And I'm excited, guys. I'm just really excited. I prayed so hard about this opportunity and like transition right now, like with the changing administration, like with everything that's happening, like with, you know, the government and people talking about like possibility of a recession. I was kind of stressed about knowing if this was a good move for me. And truthfully, I just feel like it's a risk that I'm gonna have to take, because with this new position, it opens up a lot of opportunities that I have really, really wanted to get into and not had the, basically like the door open for me to get into these opportunities. So now I feel like it's gonna be worth the risk to transition into this new opportunity. So yeah, I will still be working remotely. I just wanted to put that out there, because unless for some reason I can no longer make videos, I will still be posting, you know, and all that good stuff. But I just want to let you guys know in case like the course of content kind of changes a little, because it should be kind of the same as it is now, truthfully, like with my current job and like how I work and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously can't show you anything that I do currently, and I still won't be able to show you anything that I do whenever I get my new position as well, because of confidentiality purposes. But yeah, so I definitely am, like I said, super excited. But yeah, so I want to transition a little bit more into like what I've been doing to like maintain my weight loss since like transitioning off the medication. I will say that I think I had like a little bit less of a dose left from before we went on vacation, and I took that the week before we went on vacation, I think, and then that was the last dose that I took, and it's currently March 17th, and that was over a month ago at this point. So definitely still been doing pretty good so far. I will say, like, I got scared at some point that like because the scale was up a lot and I was like super bloated, but I didn't take into account like what I'd been eating. I do suffer from stomach issues, so sometimes the scale will be like up a significant amount depending upon like certain food intolerances that I have, like if I eat something, which I didn't even think about that week, honestly. So the most that I have fluctuated from when I got off the medication. So when I stopped the medication, I was at 159, and then this morning, like, is March 17th, and I weighed 161. So I will say, like, I basically just fluctuate like 1 to 2 pounds, or sometimes 3 to 5 pounds. It just depends on the week, but for the most part, I've gotten like heavily back into lifting weights again, and that's my main priority now, probably until after I get my tummy tuck and can no longer lift weights for at least like 6 weeks, I think. I think it's like 6 to 8 weeks that I have to recover from that. So that is what I am, you know, just kind of trying to prep for now, is that surgery and also buying a house and like all these good things. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys for a minute to talk about it, but I just got out of the shower. I'm about to eat dinner. I meal prepped a chicken enchilada casserole this week. It has about 565 calories a serving and like 45 grams of protein. It's really, really good. Well, I don't know it's really, really good yet because I haven't tried it, but I'm hoping it's really, really good for that matter. But yeah, so I'm about to eat dinner and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. This is that enchilada chicken casserole that I was telling you guys about. It looks really, really good, but I just thought I'd show it to you because it looks amazing. Might look kind of messy, but I made homemade tortillas that actually go in it, so with sourdough starter. So yeah, I am pretty excited about this. Good morning. It is Tuesday today, and Nathan is actually on nights, so I am trying to be quiet because he is still asleep. So that's why I didn't film in my room like I normally do for you guys. But yeah, we're not really gonna do a whole lot today. Just kind of do some workouts and just kind of the same thing that I've been doing yesterday, I guess. I feel like this vlog is gonna be a little uneventful just because it was mainly just me talking about new things that have been going on and all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm happy to report, by the way, that I woke up this morning and I'm still 159 to 160. So that's really nice. And yeah, I'm thinking that maintaining this weight loss is gonna be, it's gonna be a challenge, obviously, but it's also not gonna be as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So I think that I'm super happy with that, you know. I will say, like, the whole thing where you're fighting with your mind and like you're craving all these things and you want to eat them, I'm still going through that. Yeah, so yesterday I had a very strong-willed day and did not give in to the cravings because I wanted to eat like everything and I did not. So I'm proud to say that I feel like whenever you, like my friend basically told me, it's kind of like a mind game. You have to just be strong, like in your mindset, and resist and have a lot of self-discipline, and that's what I've been doing. So I think that whenever I can stay strong, then it works for me really, really good. But yeah, I'm just about to make some coffee and just add some, or have some water and all that good stuff, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. I'm gonna do a walk today outside around the lake, and also I have to lift weights again today as well. And yeah, so I'll catch up with y'all later. Oh, I also did these really, really cute spring nails. I don't really know if you call this spring or summer, but I did see this as a trend on Instagram and I was like, ooh, let me jump on that. And these are so freaking cute. Probably like one of the cutest sets I've ever done. But then they rained on my parade when they told me at the doctor that I can't have nail polish whenever I have my surgery, and my surgery's next week. So I'm gonna have to take these off early, which freaking blows. I like prepped and like prepared the nails and all that stuff like really thoroughly because I wanted them to stay on a long period of time. So now I'm like, fuck, it's probably gonna be hard to get these off. So that's kind of where I'm at with those, but I do think that they turned out really cute, and I guess I'll just have to do another set whenever they come off and just kind of, you know, figure out what I'm gonna do for my next set. But maybe I will film that, or maybe just time-lapse it, because I feel like the videos that I have done, I've only done one video on my nails, and I didn't love the video that I did, and I also didn't love how long it took to do. So if I ever do a video of me doing my nails, unless you guys want like an in-depth one, I'm just gonna do like a super quick to the point time lapse basically of me doing them, which would be like probably a long period of time, because time lapses they condense like a long video into like a short amount of time. So typically whenever I do nails, it takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending upon how rushed I am for time. And if I'm doing designs, it takes even longer. But I had a lot of free time over the weekend because of the bad weather that we had. We had a lot of storms in the south, and I was trying to figure out what to do to ride out the storms, and I just decided to do my nails, and that's what we ended up doing. But yeah, so I'm gonna drink my coffee and I will catch up with y'all a little bit later. Hi, you guys. I just got back from a little walk outside with Nathan. We walked for 45 minutes and we did 2.72 miles and burned 267 active calories. Another thing that has really kept me from gaining any weight back is just getting my 10,000 steps in every day. Obviously, 10,000 is like a really specific number that I just gave myself, but I feel like if you work from home or you're sedentary most of the time, try to get more steps in and just see how it, you know, affects you. But for the most part, yeah, I don't really want to lose any more weight because, to be honest, I'm really happy like at the weight that I'm at, and I feel like if I lose any more weight, then I probably won't be as happy with how I look. Whenever I get the surgery that I am going to get, my tummy tuck surgery, I want to get, so what I want to specifically get is a tummy tuck with Lipo 360 and a breast lift. No implants, just lift. And I think that once I get that procedure done, then I will decide if I want to lose any more weight. But I think really after I get that procedure done that I am probably going to be completely happy with like where I'm at and everything. So I know that the recovery process is grueling and it is like a long period of time that you cannot like work out. So me being able to like walk and stuff is going to take a while before I can get back to that. But I have to try to stay low calorie during that recovery period, so that way I do not gain any weight back, because I've watched a couple of people's recovery videos where they're super sedentary and not moving a lot, and of course as soon as I am able to like get up and like get like steps in, I'm gonna be walking. So I think like I for sure want to try to like get up and get moving as fast as I possibly can without like injuring myself, obviously. But I think that overall, like I really would like to try to at least get steps in and stuff like that, and then try to keep my calorie intake pretty low. I wouldn't say like super low because I am still in maintenance, but I would say at least probably around 14 or 1500 calories, since I'm not going to be able to move a lot. And then I think that overall, like, you know, with doing that and like just being kind of sedentary, that I'll probably lose a bit of muscle mass, unfortunately, but it's not like I can't build it back as soon as like I'm recovered fully. So yeah, that's just a little bit on that I wanted to touch on. But I'm really excited to get the consultation done, so that way I know exactly how much money to save up for the surgery, or if I'm going to be financing some of it, because I'm really only giving myself enough time to save up for this after we buy a house. Basically, I'm gonna save from the time that we buy our house. Of course, if there's anything that I have to purchase for the house additionally, I'll have to probably buy that too. So, but I'm basically giving us from the time that like we buy our house to when I get the surgery to save up money for that. So it's just gonna be like continuously saving for the next like year or two, even for the most part, just so that way I don't have to finance it, because I really would like to pay for it fully out of pocket. And if I have a lot of time, like say like if we buy our house in January, if we get our house in July and get moved in July, then I would have from July all the way until the following year basically to save up for the procedure. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that though. That's something that I've always wanted to get done. If you do not know, I have an apron belly. I've always had it. I do not have kids or anything. It's kind of called PCOS belly, if you've heard that term as well, like hormonal belly or whatever, from like a lot of stress apparently. So, and like poor eating, I guess, too. But yeah, for the most part, I've always had that. And I just would like to get it gone, okay? My dream is to have a flat stomach. That's always been like my dream. I just want to be able to, somebody like see me from the side and not see that little, like my stomach from the side, if that makes sense. And I don't mean like this little cute little belly pooch that all these like skinny girls have. That's completely normal. I'm talking about like, I have an extra skin like overhang, like it looks weird. And anybody that's had kids and has loose skin from that and like has that little mom pouch knows exactly what I'm talking about, because it's a lot like that, except I did not go through childbirth to get it. So yeah, unfortunately. But that is what really the goal is to get rid of that. And then also the surgeon that I chose does like this thing where she sews up your ab muscles. So I don't know if I have any ab separation, but she does like double sews them up so that way you get like a lot more contour. So whenever you actually heal from your surgery and you start working out and stuff like that, you'll be able to see that ab definition, and I would love that. So yeah. But anyway, I just, I had the same lunch that I normally have as you guys saw earlier, but I'll probably actually end this video here because I think it's probably getting pretty long. But let me know if you guys want to see like an updated like what I eat in a week video. I'd be down to do that. I feel like it's gonna be super boring because I'm still meal prepping every single week, so it's really more of like a what I eat in a day video that would be like make the most sense, but I'm also still kind of eating the same things. So but maintaining, I pretty much range from around, I think my maintenance calories said like 2,200 or something like that, but I'm really ranging around like 1,800, and I think that that is perfect amount to maintain at, along with like working out and stuff like that. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. This is where we update, chat, and I told you about my job and all that good stuff. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.